Let's talk about the top producer of the team, the one bringing in massive revenue, but they kind of belittle the staff and ignore the rules. Like, why do leaders let them get away with it?
The top producer. So we know this. We know this person on our team. They're absolutely crushing their revenue targets. They are ahead of pace for year to date, ahead of pace month to date. They are destroying it. But truth be told, they're just jerks to the rest of the staff, right? They don't really follow the processes that you put in place. They don't really adhere to the culture that you're trying to build, but they're doing fantastic from a spreadsheet standpoint. And the thing is, when you let them hold your culture hostage because you're terrified of losing their numbers, you've already lost the game. Welcome to the lab. Today, we're talking about the talent tyrant. This one's gonna be a killer. Make sure you tune in.
What is the actual cost when a leader trades their culture for revenue? What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose. So if you try to trade your culture for revenue, you're gonna end up losing both. Your team works best as a team, right? The problem is when results matter more than respect, you're gonna lose the team. So you might keep that one individual that's doing really well from a scorecard perspective, but everybody else is gonna be checked out and then they're gonna head out. They're gonna eventually just be like, look, this guy don't follow the rules, why should I? Or you're gonna get the, you know what, this is a toxic culture, and then they're gonna walk out and they're gonna find another job where the culture is better. So, you lose your best cultural assets because you were scared to confront your best earner.
But the pressure to hit them numbers are real. Like, how do you apply love and grace when you're dealing with a tyrant?
That's 100% true, right? The goals are there, and you feel that pressure to hit the goal. But to apply grace, you got to forgive yourself for being blinded by the spreadsheet. If you become truly motivated by sheerly the spreadsheet, you're no longer leading, you're just managing. You're literally managing the spreadsheet. You've got to be able to go beyond that, and you've got to lead people. In order to do that, it takes a different approach. So adding love into it, you've got to protect the ecosystem. You've got to protect your culture, because the collective health of the group is far greater than an individual's ego. I see this most demonstrated. Like, I remember back in the days when Popovich was coach of the Spurs, he would have the opportunity to get some of the greatest names on the court at the time. But if they didn't fit his culture, they wasn't gonna be on the team, because he understood that his culture is what made his team great, not any individual person.
And how do we confront someone who holds that revenue crown? Like, walk us through the net impact evaluation, as you call it.
Yeah, so you've got to truly calculate what's the true cost of that tyrant or that individual that's completely breaking up your process and your culture. So think about, how much time do you spend cleaning up their messes? Because your time is valuable. Think about if you broke down your salary to an hourly rate, how much would you be spending to clean up the messes they make along the way, right? How many people quit due to the weird culture that individual creates? And think about the total cost of training and hiring a new associate. We all know, that's the last thing you want to do. Those numbers are astronomical. So you have to confront them with behavioral metrics, not just financial ones. So whenever you're sitting down doing a one-on-one, you have to break down the what's and the hows. It can't just be dollars and cents. You've got to talk about how you get there, and they have to understand where they rank in that space.
All right, now you're talking about rank and really getting inside their head, but what is the ultimate rule for these top performers?
Yeah, the ultimate rule is no single player is bigger than the jersey. So you heard me talk about it with Popovich, the Spurs name or the Knicks. I don't got my Knicks hat on, but the Knicks, is bigger than any one player. They're a team, they're a collective, and your team has to understand that, right? If they won't respect the team, you got to show them the door. Like, you can't be here because we've got to collectively get to the goal, and we do it easier, we do it faster together. So that's my time today on this topic. If you have any comments in regards to this, please drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And like always, let's get to work.